Okay, this is a video to show the condition of a tub for a 63 Chevy Nova. It was a sport coupe. It was not the SS, but it doesn't really matter because to my knowledge, the tub, the SS tub versus a sport coupe, there was no real difference anyways. I mean, it's basically, there's no post or anything like that. Okay, so let me just walk through this. The tub originally, I'll probably include one or two photos, but the original tub that we got, when I bought this car, it was driving, and I bought it and started to break it down. We had it dipped. That's why the metal is, you can see the way it is. We, during one spring, I believe it was, I had to have my shop, so I pushed it outside and I covered it, and I thought that was going to be enough, but it flash rusted in a bunch of areas. So I did some research and I found that phosphoric acid can convert that rust. I did that, but some of that leftover phosphoric just kind of dried and caked on there, and you can see it. So that's why you see all of the white. You're going to see that's what that is. There's a bunch of new body panels that I have. Well, I shouldn't say a bunch. There are a bunch of body panels that I purchased. You'll see those in the parts section, but this is just the state of the tub itself. I wanted to give. It's painful enough to have to let this project go. Health and life are forcing that, but I want the person who buys it to know what they're getting, so they're not getting a bunch of surprises. They know exactly what they're getting into prior to purchase. So I'm trying to make videos and get pictures and all that stuff, okay? To me, coming to the back, this looks like the original brazing, I think. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody patched it, but anyways, there's that. Other than that, looks good. The overall panel is solid, and you can because you're looking at the bare metal, so that there's no Bondo that could be hidden anywhere. I was really surprised. The rockers, and let me give you a look, and I'll walk it down. The rockers were pretty good, which I was super surprised at, because that's typically one of the things that is not really good on cars. They came in, it looks like to me they came in originally before I had gotten it, and they wanted to make it a manual transmission an automatic transmission from a manual, so they chopped this open. And I was just starting to put that back in. There was a repair here. The floor by and large is good coming through. Where I'm a little concerned about, and may take some patchwork or whatever, is right up here at the front. It's a little thinner. I'll shoot it from the bottom so you can see that too. And again, the white powder is the calcification. I don't even know if calcification is the right word, but it's the converting from the phosphoric acid. And that can just be sanded off or however you want to treat it. But it was just to stop any kind of rusting or corrosion or anything. And then over there in the corner, right on that little lip where kind of water can build up, there's a little hole, there's a little bit of holes right there. So right up front, I don't even think it would take large pieces to repair. Dash, okay. Yeah, obviously pretty standard. I already told you about the chemicals. And let me shoot the side here so you can see this. And I did come in here and shot all that with some anti-rust primer, and then there you go. So this really shows you because of the dipping. I know some people they don't like their cars dipped because they feel like it thins the metal, and now you know ahead of time. You don't have to purchase anything you don't want to. Again, that's just all that crap from the chemicals, but you can see right through that the bare metal is right there. So you're not, and they did have to drill a hole when it was right there for when it was dipped, so the air would get out. Okay. Now, my work. We'll take a look at this. I'm in the process of putting mini tubs in because, you know, if you know anything about the Novas, they're really, really tight. And so you can see I've already started the process that I did over there. I was starting over here by cutting some of this out and getting ready to do this. I have, come over here, I have the two, just bought these aftermarket, the two tubs ready to go. And then they have the templates. And then let me take you to the other side real quick. We'll come back to the front in a minute. But let me give you a sense of what it looks like. So you end up fabricating, you know, your piece of metal with thicker metal. You come in and you chop part of this kind of subframe or rail, which it's hollow anyways, but in the piece you put back in is a much thicker piece of metal. They want you to use a lot thicker gauge when you put it back in, and that's what I did. So this side was really close, as you can see, to getting that guy to come in here. And then the other side still needs to be done. And I'll shoot underneath just so you can get a sense. I had already detached the trunk support on that side and was getting ready to cut out, you know, the old tub, and you can see what it looks like over here. So you kind of have a sense of what's already been done and ready to go on that side for that side. And then let me come under here. And you can kind of get a sense because of, you know, where stuff is, how narrow. I think 9 inches was something I measured. I can't totally remember. So I'm trying to do this in logical order. I hope I don't get too far off for this. Okay, let's go to the front. I was actually super pleased with the front. Really solid. It's got all the supports are in place, no corrosion or rusting through or anything. It held up really well. I've been pretty pleased with the front. Later, you're gonna see I bought an independent front suspension, and you're gonna end up having two large metal rails, for lack of a better term, coming out here, and then you'll come off with the other supports from up here. So your holes are already in place, and I don't believe any of these are stripped out. I believe we were able to save all the threads. It wasn't corroded. Let me get you up here. Okay, take a look there. You can kind of see that your channel, right? Your channel's good, and then other than that crap in there, meaning the converted chemical, the metal's still all solid. Around this side, again, same thing, support. You can see that. All right. Column. And then here's what I was talking about earlier. You can see it's thin here, right? Right in this pocket. And even a little out right around the drain. But as you come back, it's a lot better, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not obviously measuring every piece of metal, but just from my eye. And I did take, like a guy's will take a punch, you know, and try to, and that's kind of how I figured out some of that, where that was. Matter of fact, I think that's my punch right there as I was checking the metal. I think that's what some of that is, actually. Okay, I'll just shoot the inside from this angle, try to give you all angles here as best I can. Like I say, I'd rather have you just fast forward the video and go, I don't really care, versus I had no idea what I was actually getting. As much as, you know, the next person. Okay, again, rocker, right? Look at this side, there's a front. And just really surprised that those rockers did so well. Back panel did not do so well. And this is one of the pieces that I have. Again, I'll catalog that. All that's gonna come down. There's a ton of stuff up. It's literally still in the box. It's from Classic Industries. I have the receipts, but again, that's the parts section. I'm trying to get ahead of myself. I don't know. I didn't know if somebody had tried to put in a light or take one out. The other side doesn't have anything like that. Maybe somebody has a better knowledge of these guys. I mean, obviously people do, but this just confused me. I didn't know what that was. Let me take you around to the other side. Maybe we can. Yeah, you can see you know, the patchwork there. I don't know. But anyways, it doesn't matter because I've got this panel replaced. Let me see here. Okay, I'm not sure. It looked like somebody was trying to install larger speakers and they just, I mean, it literally looks like they use like a bottle top opener to, so that was a little odd to me. But the metal and the channel is solid across. Same up at the top. I hope you can see all that. Okay, let's go to the back here. Same thing. Channels are solid coming out. It's pretty happy. I'm not sure what did it, but I don't know if they had tried to rest it or tow it or something, but right here, this metal needs to be bent back. It got bent out, and the same thing over here. Metal's still there, still solid, but let's see here. Here's the bed, the trunk, and it's much, there is no cheese, Swiss cheese kind of whole territory back here that I can see. It's pretty solid all the way through. Now, so that's the back, and the back around to the side. I custom built the dolly for it. If you would like that, you know, I'm not gonna put a reserve on it. It has to go, unfortunately, that's on me. But if you want the dolly, hopefully it goes for at least a semi-decent amount. I'd be happy to let that go too. It'd be a lot easier. Unless you don't want it, then fine, leave it. But otherwise, just take it with everything else. Okay, let's, I'm on my little cart here. Let me get underneath. The funny thing is, because after dipping and everything, the underside of the car is actually one of the better parts of the whole vehicle, which is, I don't know, kind of makes me laugh a little bit. This is all bare metal. Everything has been, you know, it was dipped, so you can just see everything. And I'm thankful for that because I feel like it gives you the bare truth of what is actually going on back here. When we get to the parts, I've got a 4-link rear suspension for this guy. But one of the pieces that's missing are the additional subframe connectors to strengthen the body. And if you know, you should know what that is if you're going to be buying a project like this. But okay, I'm trying my best here. I hope you can see what you want to see. If it doesn't work, you know, just send me a message and I'll get you whatever shots, hopefully, that you need. Here's the tunnel coming into it. And again, I feel like they just opened little pieces up. I mean, this one looks like that was belonged, but I think this one they just added for some reason. Let's see here. Okay, so you can see all that. You can see my little patchwork there, nothing special. Just trying to patch up the bottom side. And as I think you would know this, but the subframe connectors basically would connect that front support with the back supports. That's what they're designed to do, so that the middle frame, this middle section right here, because you can see from underneath up to the top, that is not a lot to support this car. I got a Chevy 350 with a turbo tranny, the 350 turbo, and it's a little hotter engine. It's not insane, but it's a little hotter. And so, you know, it's gonna, point being that if you romp it and you've got corrects, it'll start to twist the car a little bit, and you don't want that. So that's the reason I bring up the subframe connectors. And again, probably the person who's gonna buy this knows way more than I do and could school me up. But I just try to communicate well so that, again, whoever makes the investment to get it knows what they're getting. And so that is the tub section. We will talk about the parts coming up, but I just want to get this shot first.